Hi, let's know A Grain of Wheat by Ngugi wa Thiong'o, a powerful novel exploring the emotional, political, and psychological impact of the Mau Mau rebellion under the approach of Kenyan independence. Uhuru. Overview A Grain of Wheat, author Ngugi wa Thiong'o, published 1967, setting a village in Kenya during the final days before independence, reflecting on the Mau Mau uprising 1952 to 1960. Narrative style, multiple perspectives, non-linear structure, heavy use of flashbacks. Biblical allusion in the title, taken from John 12:24. Unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. This symbolizes sacrifice as a necessary condition for rebirth and national liberation. The summary. The novel opens in a small Kenyan village preparing for Uhuru Day, that is Independence Day. There is a tense and solemn atmosphere as people remember the betrayal and execution of Kihiga, a Mau Mau rebel leader. The village leaders, including General R, are planning a celebration to honor the unknown betrayer of Kihiga. They believe Mugo, a solitary and quiet man, is a hero of the resistance. Mugo lives in isolation, haunted by guilt. Everyone sees him as a hero, but internally, he is tormented by a dark secret. He was the one who betrayed Kihiga to the British. His narration shifts between present events and painful flashbacks of detention camps, loneliness, and psychological breakdown. Gikuyu and Mumbi, the fractured couple. Gikuyu, a carpenter, returns home after years in a detention camp. He finds that his wife Mumbi has born a child with Karanja, a known collaborator with the British. Their marriage is strained. Gikuyu is consumed by pride and bitterness, while Mumbi remains silent but emotionally strong. Through their story, Nungi shows how war wounds personal relationships, not just political ones. Kihika is portrayed in flashbacks as a passionate revolutionary who kills a white district officer and inspires a movement. He is later betrayed and hanged. The village has long speculated who informed on him. Mugo becomes the unwilling symbol of martyrdom, though he is in fact the traitor. As Uhuru Day, that is Independence Day, approaches, tension builds. Mugo can no longer live with his guilt and finally confesses in public that he betrayed Kihika. This confession shocks the community but is also cathartic. Mugo accepts responsibility, showing that truth and self sacrifice are necessary for healing. The novel doesn't present clear heroes or clear villains, rather, it presents flawed human beings wrestling with betrayal versus loyalty, self interest versus sacrifice, colonial trauma versus national healing. Characters like Karanja, a collaborator, and Mugo, a traitor who confesses, are both morally complex. Even freedom fighters like General R are shown with flaws. As Uhuru Day, that is Independence Day, arrives, the community begins to reconcile with the past. Mugo is taken away, presumably to be punished, but the truth has been aired. Jikonyo finally opens up to Mumbi, showing hope for healing. This novel ends with a sense that true freedom lies not just in political change, but in personal and collective honesty and responsibility. Conclusion. What the novel teaches: freedom is complex, it comes with truth telling, sacrifice, and accountability. There is no pure hero, everyone is morally compromised. History is not linear, past trauma lives on even in moments of celebration. Uhuru is not just political, it is emotional and moral liberation as well. That's the end of the summary. Thank you.